The Choose Life Gala was held last week at the Nor'Wester Hotel in support of mental health for youth in Nishnawbe Aski Nation communities. One of these special guests was Mike Downey, the brother of Canadian music icon Gord Downey, who worked with his late brother on the Secret Path initiative for Indigenous youth. Joe Sadowski has the story.
Gord helped create 14 tragically hip records, 7 solo records in his career. Nothing meant more to him than Secret Path.
The last album ever put out by Canadian legend Gord Downey was a solo album called The Secret Path, about a story of a young Anishinaabe boy, Cheney Wenjack, who fled from a residential school in Kenora in 1966 and tried to walk back to his father at the Martin Falls Reserve, over 400 miles away. 1 week later, Cheney's body was found with nothing but a glass jar in his pocket with 7 matches inside.
Telling the story of Cheney Wenjack was telling the story of residential schools. So it was telling the story of one boy, it was telling the story of 150,000 children.
After the album and documentary's release in his final year before he died, Gord Downey was adamant about calling to build a better Canada, to bring more awareness, understanding, and to create a path toward reconciliation between Indigenous and non-Indigenous people. You can't see me. Gord's brother, Mike Downey, was in attendance for the Choose Life Gala, which supports mental and emotional support for First Nation youth that are suffering from mental health issues to help prevent suicides. Deputy Grand Chief of Nishnawbe Aski Nation, Bobby Narcisse, says there's still work to be done to support First Nation students that have to leave their communities to go to schools in cities like Thunder Bay.
Really educating everybody in terms of what happened during residential schools, but also what could we do forward? How could we ensure that this never really happens again? To ensure that there is programs, there is supports for youth, children, youth, and families who have to leave their First Nation communities to attend school.
Joe Sadowski, TBT News.